Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mahsa and I'm the owner and creator behind Moonchild by Mahsa, and welcome to another studio vlog. We are so busy this week, and by we I mean me. It's a bit of a chaotic week, but when is it not? I always have a tendency to book things back to back. Unintentionally, it's completely unintentional, but somehow it always ends up being back to back stuff. No idea how. So this week I have a market on the Friday, and then on the Saturday is my shop update, and in theory, fingers crossed, I should also be launching my Etsy, which is very, very exciting. I know a lot of people start on Etsy and then move over to their website, and I never do things conventionally apparently. So I've started with a website and now I am trying my hand at Etsy. Part of the reason that I want to do that is that I want to have my website currently just be for domestic orders, as in the United Kingdom, and then have Etsy hopefully be for US, Europe, wherever else. And that's my current plan. I was looking into shipping things to the EU, and the whole situation is really complicated, but if you do it through Etsy, they give you the codes and things that you need, so it's a little bit simpler, so I don't have to do the whole VAT registration thing or whatever. So yeah, that's my current plan, to set up my website update, do an Etsy launch slash update, and also have the market on Friday. You know, busy. So I just had a market, so I need to restock a bunch of things, and I've just run out of grey clay, which I use for all my moonlings, which of course I have. So I've got enough for 12. I'm gonna make 12 of the frog hat ones, order more clay, and then maybe while I'm waiting for that clay to arrive, I want to work on some trinket dishes that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. So I think I'll work on those. But if I have learned anything, it is that these 12 moonlings are gonna take me probably all of today and most of tomorrow, and that's because each one, like the frog hats, each individual one takes me 45 minutes to an hour to make, which is less than ideal. I somehow need to figure out how to up that time a little bit, or cut it down even. That is currently where we are at. I've just made myself some lunch and I am gonna eat that, watch Criminal Minds, and then get to work, and hopefully everything will go to plan. I'm intrigued to see what this market at the weekend's gonna be like, because I've never done it and it's one of the night markets, so we'll see what it's like. And obviously I will get clips and let you know how I do and how much I make, and see where it sits with the other markets that I've done. I do also need to apply to a bunch of markets for the rest of the year, because I haven't got anything else coming up after this one, but I think that's a problem for sometime between lunch and moonlings, so I'll check back in soon. So I haven't gotten hugely far with the stuff. I've made my balls and that's about it, but I'm hoping I can get the frogs done today. I've decided to make 2 less, so I'm only going to do 10 frogs, and then that can be for the market and for Etsy and for the website. And also I spent most of this morning, and that's part of the reason why I haven't gotten loads done today, I spent a huge part of this morning applying to markets. So I think I ended up applying to 8 or 9 markets, which if I get accepted to all of them, then they should be all of the markets that I'm doing for the rest of the year. September, October, November and December will be the big like end of year markets, and Halloween is a big time for me, and so is Christmas. Obviously that's a big time for everyone. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, I get accepted to all of those markets. A good chunk of them are all at the same venue, which I don't know how I feel about, but it's different markets being run at the same venue, and it's a gorgeous venue. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go, but that's where we're currently at. I'm gonna try and get these done and then move on to the big mushroom hat ones because they sold really well. I also need to make one witch hat moonling. I might make 2 or 3, but put some of like the wizard hat moonlings on the website because someone that was at the market who purchased some stuff, she reached out to see if I could make some of those ones for the website so that she can purchase them, and I was like, I'm not gonna argue with sales, you can have what you want. So that's my plan. My lovely co-office sharer is in the background, who has just brought me a cup of tea, which I'm very grateful for. And I am gonna stop talking, whack YouTube on so I can watch some YouTube videos because I'm very behind because I keep binge watching Criminal Minds instead, and get to work. So I'll check back in a bit. So I had to take a quick break to go and do a food shop, and just got back from that, and I think I need to rethink my strategy. Yeah, I think I need to rethink my strategy because this market I haven't done before. I did, however, do a daytime craft fair at this venue and it was not good. I had one sale at that craft fair, and maybe I shouldn't judge it because it's a completely different event and this is a nighttime market and that was like a daytime craft fair, but I don't have hugely high hopes. So I think I might take some stock, and if somehow I end up selling out, then so be it, I sell out. But if it means that I'm gonna then have to do a little bit less work for the shop update and for the Etsy launch, then I will take that. So I'm quite close to being done with these. I should get them in the oven tonight, but they're so cute. They look like they've got little bowl cuts, particularly this guy here. He looks like he's got a little bowl cut and I just think it's so cute. And that's before any of this stuff gets added onto them. So obviously they're going to be turning into little froggy hats, which I think are freaking cute. So I want to get these done tonight and get them in the oven so that they can be done. So tomorrow is like the only day that I pretty much have left. The market is on the Friday and today is Wednesday, and it's basically like 7 p.m. right now, so that's less than ideal. But I have a lot of glazing that I need to do, and I have a lot of resining that I need to do, so I just need to figure it out and get that done ASAP. So yeah, I really need to like have a little think, prioritize and see what is a necessity, what isn't a necessity. And I think my priority is going to be the shop update on Saturday rather than the market. Hello, good morning. I have the froggy hats are cooling down. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to be cool now. They're just in the oven chilling. I'm going to move on to the mushroom hat. I might have mentioned this already, but I'm going to try and focus mostly on the launch rather than the market. So I think that's how I'm going to proceed. Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan going forward. I'm just going to do a few, I think 6 or so of the mushroom hat ones, and they take a good while to do. So it's a slow process. I need to learn to have more stock just ready to go, but then that seems wasteful. So yeah, I just sort of need to figure out a new strategy going forward for markets, because it does take me a long time to do, and particularly like the moonlings that require more detail and things like that, it takes me like maybe an hour each, like if you count like making it and then the glazing and hand painting and things that go on at the end of it. So the mushrooms, like these ones here, this little cutie pie with the mushroom hat, that is obviously painted on the top. I colour it in with chalk pastels on the top and on the bottom, and obviously then hand draw the dots while it's done, and then it needs to be glazed. So it's just a lot of work. And I do think I need to raise my prices, because I don't think currently I'm covering my costs, but I'm not entirely covering paying myself, which the whole point of a business is for you to get paid and have money. So I'd quite like to have some money. Speaking of money, I did the video last week of the market that I was at, and that was the most I'd ever made at a market, which was wonderful. It was great, except the markets that I applied to yesterday, I think there was 8 of them. I've now been accepted to 6, which is wonderful because they are for later on in the year, and they're Christmas markets and Halloween markets and, you know, all that fun stuff. So it's wonderful because of that, except that they all need to be paid now in order for me to secure that spot. So far today I've paid for 2, and they were £45 each, and the rest of them I think I can pay £30 deposits on 3 of them, and then pay the rest closer to the date. And another one is I think 45 again. So that 45 needs to be paid, and then 90 more pounds in deposits need to be paid today. So it's a lot. Yeah, I know it's a slow process for starting a business, and even though I started Moonchild by Mahsa, like my business, in 2020 I think it was, even though I started it then, I only switched over to polymer clay and the moonlings and all this like really fun stuff in October of last year. So it's been just over 6 months. So I understand that it's going to be a slow process, but I'd like it to be a bit quicker than it is. Anyway, so that's where we're at. I just need to do like a bit of reevaluation. I need to get the application forms signed and the contract signed for the markets and send those through. I think that's going to be a tomorrow job. What I'm going to do now is the mushroom ones, and then I think that's it. And then once that's done, I'm going to try and focus more on the resin that needs to be done still for some of the items, and go from there. Basically get everything ready for tomorrow, so that tomorrow before the market I can work on things that need doing for Saturday, which is the shop update. And that's everything for now. I am going to get to work and stick Criminal Minds on again, and hopefully remember to take the tablecloth for the market out of the washing machine, because I sort of washed it and then forgot it was in there and it needs rewashing. ADHD fun, but other than that, I'm gonna get to work.
Easy rider on the highway, station wagon going slow, windows open, you are basking in the bluegrass radio. It is easy now to see you with your hand out on the I keep this folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Pink azaleas by your driveway shade our leisurely goodbyes. In your terry cotton sweater with your arms sweeping the sky. It was then I had a knowing. You were waving till the bend. I keep this folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Folded at the corner so that I could not forget.
Hello my dears, I am just checking in to let you know how everything has gone. Things did get fully manic, so I wasn't able to film everything as I went, but I'll put in some clips of the market, which I'm actually really glad that I went because the vibes were immaculate. I don't know whose playlist was playing, but the songs were just like absolute bops. It was like the 2000s sort of songs, and they were playing like Miley Cyrus, like early Miley Cyrus, Ali and AJ. It was just, the vibes were impeccable. And I did see some of my like small business friends there, which was really lovely. And I ended up, this is why we're all here, is for the numbers. And I took a total of, in fact, why am I looking in there? I've noticed that pretty much all payments are now card payments, which I prefer personally, and I know a lot of people don't because you have to pay like a minuscule amount of fee for card payments. But I prefer them because it saves me having to do like maths and work out the change that I need to give, basically. On Friday the 31st, we took a total of £96. That was our revenue. It was only 6 moonlings, I believe, I sold, and that was it. The table itself was £15, so revenue-wise, it basically comes out to £81, which, considering how much of it is profit, is less than ideal. I also am putting together like a big master spreadsheet, which I should have done a very long time ago, and I will hold my hands up and say I should have done that a very long time ago, because I'm really bad at paying myself for my time, which if you want to have a small business, you kind of have to do. And yeah, I'm just not great at doing it. So my pricing for the drop is going to be a little bit higher, and it's still not where it should be in terms of industry standard and in terms of what other people are selling like hand sculpted collectible items for. Then it's much cheaper than it should be, but it is what it is for now, and then as I grow and as I feel more confident in my skills, I will then increase the prices to where I feel more comfortable with. So today is Sunday, which means that the shop update was last night, and again that was the most manic part of everything, to try and get everything finished and get everything photographed and make the listings and all of that fun stuff. I do feel like I still want to play around with the website to get it to a place where I'm more happy with it. And I figured that Etsy, because I'm so unfamiliar with it, is going to be its own little side project. So just as I go, I'll be adding little bits to it. So yeah, I did the shop update last night, and this might seem pretty silly to people who do shop updates and immediately sell out, or to people who do shop updates and get a bunch of sales. But I have never once done a shop update where on that day I've gotten sales. That's never happened to me as a small business owner and as a minuscule business owner. That's never happened. And I got 2 sales last night straight after the shop update, and honestly I almost cried. I was so overwhelmed and overjoyed, and it was just so special that I couldn't believe it, and it was just incredible. So thank you to those people who purchased little moonlings from me. It means the world to me that you did so. And yeah, I just wanted to end this video by saying that comparing yourself to businesses that are more established and comparing yourself to businesses that have been doing it for much longer than you or have a bigger fan base than you is completely pointless, and the only person you need to be comparing yourself to is your past self. And as long as you are growing and moving in the direction that you're happy with and are happy within yourself, then I think that is the most important part of it. 2 sales after a shop update might be nothing for someone, but I've never had that before, and for me that was a massive win. So yeah, it's just, I'm really proud of myself. It's small, but it's something, and it shows me that I'm moving in the right direction, and I'm just so incredibly happy with it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big ol' thumbs up. By the time you're seeing this, the shop update has obviously happened, and there should be a bunch of things on the website, which I will link down below for you, and I will also put in a little cheeky discount code, so you'll have that in the description as well. So thank you again for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can follow me on this little journey of mine to bring joy to people through my tiny little moonlings, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye!